is episode 52.
It's Grand Final week, baby! Let's get into it!
G'day and welcome to the Backpack Podcast.
We're back.
My name's Jake McKenna and to my left, this week in order of the most recent vomits, it's my little brother Jay. How are you, boy?
Yeah, wasn't feeling great this afternoon. Had some olives before training. Had them again at the end of training.
Beautiful. And to my right, coming in at 6'1", he's does each and every week as the baby of the pack. Who we call Junior Boy. Junior Boy, how are you?
We're wearing some crazy outfits on the pod recently, boys. We wore Ricky's stuff, and now we're wearing footy colours.
We're in the footy merch. This is a pretty footy themed episode with the grand final being only a handful of days away. We're chatting a bit. We've got quite a Body Magic update after we missed last week, so we've got a 2-week catch up with him.
Fortnight of body match.
We're chatting about the AFL Grand Final, the ticket hoopla, the actual game itself, previews and predictions. We prank call a mate of yours regarding the footy, and you have a Rave review, which we are incredibly excited about. It's a massive event. Let's get into it. Boys,
Brother Mingos, we're back.
How are we all?
Feeling great.
Boys, this is my Christmas. This is my favorite. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Look at that. We're unplanned.
how about like Footy Navidad?
Dun, 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 dun.
Hey,
Footy Navidad.
Dun, 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 dun. Keep going, you can't start.
Footy Navidad.
hey.
Oh,
bottom
Gillen
of my
McLaughlin
heart.
loves my heart.
So this is coming out on...
I wanna wish you a Merry Footy.
Christmas.
I wanna wish you a Merry. Welcome to episode 52 of the Mega Bagger Podcast.
So why is it Christmas for you, Jake?
The grand final's on, big man.
Bloody oath.
Unfortunately, the Black and White Army are not
Weren't even close.
not even with hundreds of kilometres from being close to playing in the grand final on Saturday. But someone who will be close is hopefully either myself or Taylor.
Yep.
We'll get into that in a
You
little.
secured.
We
Okay,
will get into
Save
that.
that for later.
We'll get into that in a.
What did they secure?
We'll get into that in a little bit. For the moment, we were fortunate enough over the weekend to spend quite some time with our good friend of the show,
Oh!
Mr. Wesley Black,
Wesley Black.
who celebrated his 23rd birthday party. Lolly bags and all. It was really fun. We went down to McDonald's. We hired out the function space.
We had that little paper crown.
We wanted to go to Hungry Jack's and
That's
get in the
so
train.
Oh, the old train.
But we couldn't make that happen.
Too
Your
good.
birthday's in a couple of weeks.
It is.
Can we
It
get
is.
a Hungry Jack's train?
Oh, we could.
I like it.
I was actually thinking of organising little
Lolly bags.
little lolly bags.
With what in them?
What are you going to put in them?
Well, that's the thing. I could maybe
Drugs.
Hardcore narcotics. No, I was thinking it maybe be good because like a lot of people might not know.
It's a good way to celebrate our Body Magic, end of a Body Magic.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. Yeah, but
How
a lot of people might
How
not
good are lolly
know.
bags?
The best.
Like it guy could be, oh, these are all vegan lollies, and then they open up and like, oh, what? These are like normal lollies.
Oh.
And then they could.
He's
learn,
always trying to get people on
They
his
could learn
side.
about the true magic of veganism, which is really the best birthday gift kid could ask for. Really, to share that, I guess, the love of veganism with his friends.
I think Ricky would disagree. Ricky had a great day yesterday.
What'd you do?
at,
You went on a wine
the
tour.
wine tour. We went to a handful of different places. We went to
We went to
the Duckstein Mash. We went to
The Monster
Duckstein.
Mash.
Yeah.
Duckstein. We went to
Funk.
getting funky with it. Lovely
Then we
day.
came home.
Lovely day. It was the first time we'd had a proper drinking session in 6-7 weeks.
Yeah, it was.
I went very, very lightly versus some of my previous drinking sessions and more specifically previous wine tours.
Yep.
I think we've mentioned that story on the podcast.
Yeah.
And if we haven't, let's not unhash it again.
The infamous wine story yakathon.
Yeah, it happens each and every time. So it was good just to put away. I think I just put away like a handy 4 beers for the day, maybe 5.
Yeah, and I don't know. This is like that's getting into the body magic territory, but we
Jared
were in
didn't
there
believe us.
today.
Jared didn't believe us at all.
Jake was like, "Oh yeah, I had 4 beers," and then like Jake was like looking at me because like we were both there.
Yeah.
And then Jared's like, "Oh,
Why you keep looking at him?
yeah, why are you giving him these looks?"
Like he drank 4 kegs.
Because I was a bit nervous because he always does it on Thursday. Does that come around? Oh, what do you got planned for the weekend?
Getting fucking hammered, boy.
Trying to catch you out.
Ah, the
What
dirty
have you
dog.
been a naughty boy?
The dirty dog. I'm
Yeah.
going on my first wine tour in a few weeks.
Huge.
I know.
Where whose party?
Jonesy. She used to.
Oh,
listen-
Soph Jones.
She used to listen to the pod. I don't know if she still does.
Shout out to Jonesy. Shout out to Jonesy's brothers who are mad Melbourne fans as well.
true.
They're going to be
Oh,
having
yeah.
quite
The
week
Brewskis. They'll be on the
indeed. Yeah, a
Brewskis.
couple of legends in that little family.
But I'll tell you what, boys. I did go to court on the weekend.
Good.
Yes.
I'm not a huge fan of court. Court is kind of trash. Have you
Yeah,
got-
Hot take.
you don't like it. I always thought it was good whenever I've been.
everyone really loves court.
I've only been a handful of times.
My friend
Didn't love it. It's okay.
Yeah, it's a big meh.
my friend Ash, big friend of the show, he said like the court-
Huge friend of the show.
Huge
Huge
friend.
recent friend of the
Yeah.
show.
Right.
He said like the thing about the court is like he goes, you'll never go and have a great time,
Yeah.
but you'll never go and have a bad time.
Yeah. facts.
Riley disagrees.
Which I don't like. I like either going hard or going home. you
Which
know?
we've learnt about over the course of the rave reviews.
And something happened at the court on the weekend, boys, that I'm not too proud about.
Uh-oh.
Not too happy about. Not.
yeah.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I was walking up the stairs to head up to the big mosh upstairs.
Yep.
Yep.
Upstairs.
And
D floor.
as I'm walking up there, another male,
Yep.
which I'm not too sure of his orientation, but
Uh-oh.
Yep.
he grabbed my breast
Oh my god.
and squeezed and
Oh.
twisted very hard.
Oh my-
Nipple cripple.
But the best part about it was that it literally didn't phase me in the slightest. Like usually if someone was touching me, I'd be a bit like
Can you
what?
stop? Can you
Yeah,
just get your hand off my
get
nipple
off
for
me,
a
bro.
sec?
But he did it, and I just like looked at him as we walked down the stairs. I just stood there and just like watched him grab my boob.
Do you wink?
And was
You
it
blow him a kiss? You blow him a big boy kiss?
did he recognize you?
No, but he was
or-
just like, yeah.
Talk about this on your podcast, you big bitch.
And I just like I just I just stared at him like, what?
Oh, goodness me.
Yeah.
Did you get him back?
No.
Nip for a nip?
Yeah, just not on. None
No,
at
no,
all.
not what you want.
Especially like that could happen to other people, and that could go down pretty south. I
Yeah,
was
he must
pretty-
have
I was
targeted
pretty
you.
chill.
Probably the slenderest looking being
Oh,
at court.
calm down, mate. I was wearing Ricky's merch. I was looking like a full Eshay out there.
Nice. Speaking of Rick,
Yeah.
everyone really enjoyed his podcast last week. It was
Oh,
hand-
yeah.
It was handy that we were in quite a Wesley Black centric crowd over the weekend, but a lot of love for not only the podcast but for his episode in particular.
Oh, and it was a classic. It was a classic app. If you haven't listened,
He's a fantastic storyteller, our man.
Oh, fucking hell. Like, how is he so good though?
And absolutely dominated. He does have a podcast. Shout out his podcast,
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Goonie Tunes.
Goonie Tunes.
Goonie Tunes.
So him and his mate, who we made mention to over the last episode, and who we met for the first time on the weekend, Goon is his name. Goon and Wesley Black do their podcast called Goonie Tunes, and they would like us to feature. This might be the first time I've told you. They would like us to feature on the Goonie Tunes.
Hey.
In the
three of us?
In the
Or
com-
like,
no, I don't
one
think
at
we
a
can
time?
sync the battleship
Yeah.
like
They
that.
talk about movies and music, right? Or just movies?
I think it's just movies.
Yeah, I think it. Yeah,
I think it's just movies.
Yeah,
I think it's
As
just
if we
movies.
didn't ask Ricky about this.
I was unaware of it until. Well, I knew of it.
yeah, I knew of it.
But I didn't know they were doing it.
But we had so many other fucking things to talk about with Slick, and I'm sure he'll be back on in, who knows, a handful of weeks to chat about all things.
Oh yeah, he even like we were talking. I don't know if it was in person or on text, but he was like after I left, I was like,
Could have said this.
we got to talk about this.
Could have said
we gotta
that.
talk about this.
We said it straight away as we let him go. Like we unlocked the cage and whatnot and let him go back to,
Yeah,
back to reality. We were like, oh fuck, we didn't even talk about that. We didn't even talk about that. We didn't even talk about that. So yeah, we'll definitely have
There's a
to
wealth
get him.
of material that we're gonna just keep milking.
Yeah, we'll have to get him on. Just keep chiseling down on Wesley Black.
My favourite part about this stuff that we didn't get to was there something that we were talking about off air.
Yeah,
A secret story.
we found out about that over the weekend.
I did not. But the funny part was that we were sitting in here and it was in between segments and I turned the camera off and Jake went to go grab another drink.
Yeah, coffee,
Another coffee. And
Earl Grey tea.
and then we were like, oh wait, Ricky, you didn't tell us about the story you said you were going to tell us off air. And then Ricky was like, oh Jake, go grab your drink and I'll tell you when you come back. And the dirty devil never told us.
No, he's a cheeky boy, Wesley Black.
Yeah, he is.
That's why he's the master. This is body magic. This is body magic.
Boys, how was week 5 and 6 of Body Magic?
Oh, there we go. We came back strong after being sick. Obviously, we didn't catch up last week with Ricky here,
Slick.
but we got some big tales.
Oh,
We vomited.
That's what we love to
We
hear.
vomited heaps over the
Good
last
stuff,
week.
boys. Can I get a number on that so I can add it to my Body Magic yak counter?
Have you actually got one?
Yeah, I've got 3 here. Right now.
Oh, when was that from? 50.
That's like at 50, you're at 3.
Wait, just for Jake, or am I on there?
I don't think Joe had
No,
vomited
Joe
till
hasn't
recently.
got.
Well,
Oh.
well.
No.
Do I have some? I
How
think I'm
many?
on 3 now.
You've won 3. You've caught up to Jake real quick, Brother Mingo.
I've gone at least 5.
Fuck, there we go.
I think I'm up to 6 in total.
Okay.
Would that be right?
I think so.
So Jake
Today,
oh, I don't know.
Saturday.
Jake leads by 3.
Nah, more. I reckon 7. I reckon I'm at 7.
You leave the gym a fair bit. You go a bit MIA occasionally.
Today was. They're getting very automated. Like, we get on the assault bike, and I don't feel like I work, like, to the point where there's nothing left in the tank. But then I jump off, I take 2 steps, and for whatever reason, my stomach's like, yeah, no. That was enough.
Really?
That was enough. You're going to chuck. Yeah. And it's not even the worst one yet. We haven't mentioned this one yet, have we? When
Which one?
I was last Saturday.
Oh, the one where
Here we go. Let me paint the picture for you. So last Saturday, every Saturday we do like the little fun
Fun.
Yeah, Jared's like,
the
oh,
little-
Saturday's the fun one.
The little competitions, right? So we like push ourselves to be the best.
Yes. Best version of you or the best in the group?
Best version of
Fuck,
ourselves.
mate.
Best in the group.
You got to see something in the group. We are nowhere near.
Do you reckon I would stand a chance?
Nah, you're too slender, isn't he? He's too slender.
Yeah, but I'm fit.
Oh.
Nah, mate. Nah. There's a
Nah.
different level of fitness that comes with being in that place.
Even like doing the bike,
Mm.
I don't think Riley's.
Your legs, you wouldn't weigh enough, your entire body wouldn't weigh enough to be able to push that assault bike around.
Mm.
Anyway, so we're there on the Saturday and it's like a bit of beat your best.
Yeah, so this is wait, are you talking about when we're doing those like sets of 3 things?
Yeah.
Nice.
So it gets to the very end of the session. We've done like basically everything we can.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it gets to the very end of the session. And you went first. You're on we get to the assault bike,
Yeah.
which is like an arch enemy of mine. I'm not a fan of it.
Yeah, so
and
it's-
I don't think I've come off it too frequently and not been sick. So now it's part of the procedure is I get on, I pedal for as long as I fucking want. Get as many calories I want on the thing. Because that's how we measure it, in calories. Yeah. Trust me, I can get 30 calories just by making myself sick. Realistically,
that's the
I'm the
thing.
hardest working person in that fucking gym. Because I work for 30 calories and then I go and throw 30 calories up. So, train smarter, not harder. Joe gets on before me. And as I mentioned on the podcast, and I feel like a few people in the gym are well aware of it.
Yeah.
I want to beat you by week 6,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, so that's
Which was last week.
Yeah, and I feel like I've
plot
just
twist.
between you and me, right? Well, I'm pretty sure I did it. So Joe's on the assault bike first. And he comes bounding off the assault bike. The garage door's up and he runs across the road and goes and vomits. And I wasn't really paying attention. And Jared comes over. He's like, all right, you're on next.
I can't imagine exercising to the extent of genuinely yakking.
Oh, calm down, man. Calm down.
The thing with the bike, it's something about like it just as soon as you get off, it just like
It zaps
Hits
you.
ya?
It's the lactic acid aspect of things. Anyway, Joe's in the
So
in the
weird.
garden
Because
vomiting.
you never because sometimes you play like a game of basketball or something.
It's
and you're
not
like-
at all the
it's not the
same.
Yeah, but like
Same.
you're like at the end of the game, like there's 2 minutes left and it's a 1-point game, and you're like hustling and you're like fucked at the end. And you're like 8 stitches. I never want to come off and yak.
Yeah, it's not the same. So Joe's over in the garden vomiting his hole up, and Jared comes to me and goes, all right, you're on. And I was like, okay, like, piece, here we go. And he goes, now I want you to beat Joe. Like, Joe's over there chucking his guts up. You said you wanted to beat him by week 6. It's fucking week 5. This is it. Make it happen.
Yeah.
And my God, was I determined to do it. And so I fucking rattled off this bike, the quickest I ever have finished. And everyone, he was like really chuffed with me. I don't think he left. Like, he just stayed there and was like, go. So that was fucking pretty positive. I jump off. And then the next lot of things we have to do were burpees.
yeah.
And so we're doing the burpees, and I have to do all of these 3 things. Oh, and the fucking crab runs as well. So I had to do crab runs,
Yeah.
burpees, and the assault bike. And I did them in the order of assault bike, crab runs, and then burpees, right?
Burpees, yeah.
Crab
So-
runs sound fun.
Yeah, they're not. Especially not for my fucking knees. Anyway, I jump off the assault bike, and I do the little pathetic little crab runs. And then...
Because everyone else
You
does
gotta get
bear
some-
crawls.
you
Jake
gotta-
gets
Oh,
Jake-
Oh, is that what they're called? Bear crawls.
yeah. Jake moves slightly down the animal kingdom to
Crab
a
run.
little crab
you
run.
gotta get some videos of these boys.
And then no one wants to see this shit. And then I come back and I have to do burpees. I got to do 5 burpees. So I do 1, easy, 2, easy, 3, and then as I come up for the 3rd one, I'm like, oh, here we go. That was
Something's going on.
intestinal. Yeah, that was a lot. and then I go back down again, and then I come up, and I knew I was going to be sick at this point, which is not a good time when you've got like 2 things to still do, and they involve your whole body jumping in an upward motion. And there's not when you want, and there's not when you want to be feeling sick. And so I go up for the 4th one, and I didn't even extend my hands because I was like, if I open up myself too much, it's all just gonna come pouring out. So I had arms like in nice and tight.
Poor form.
It was as Jared turned around. And he was just like, mate, you got to get your hands in the air. Like, throw them up, throw them up, throw them. He hadn't seen the first 3 I did where I practically touched the roof.
That one doesn't count.
And I've just gone, like, I couldn't even open my mouth to acknowledge him because he was going to cop whatever was in my mouth. I've gone back down again and then come up.
And when Jake
he goes
down on his burpees,
I go proper.
he just like, he'll jump up and then he'll just be like, all right, now I'm landing on the floor.
Like flat down. It's not like a progress thing. It's just flat down. Anyway, so I go flat down, come straight back up. And with that, hands, because he was like, the last one doesn't count, last one doesn't count. And I was like, fuck off. It does. Like, it's definitely counting. Chuck my hands up in the air. With that, I didn't even plant both feet on the floor at the same time. One foot went down. The other foot was basically in a running motion. I took one step and have vomited out of the gym by, the barest of margins. The whole gym was watching because it was like a bit of a competition at this point between you and I.
Yeah.
Everyone's basically made a circle around me. I felt like I was on 8 Mile. And then I fucking take like my last thing, go up, 1 foot in front of the other, and then just vomit. And all the boys like, oh! And then I've just continued to run across the road, vomiting and like
on his like carport.
No, not quite.
No.
Like down his driveway.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've done like wide legs where I'm like running like I'm built with a tripod stuck up my ass so that I don't get any vomit like down the front of my shirt, which was super duper flashed. Speaking of people that we do know and we have become very apparent with,
big fan of the show.
Huge fan of the show. We mentioned her in, I think it was week 1 of the Body Magic update.
Yes.
It's now become an internal campaign against the pack, I feel.
Which we were all the 2 of us were unaware of. Everyone else is very fucking aware.
Oh yeah, there was signs, there was air horns, there was all sorts going on Saturday.
Remind us.
So on the first week, now I'm going to be very, very,
careful with your words.
Careful with what I say here. First week, we went for a block lap.
Nice.
And I can't. If you don't remember, I was 3rd last in the block lap behind 2 ladies.
Yeah, the lads.
And I may have made mention to one of the ladies, the young lady who was running along behind me.
Yes, this is when we were waxing idiotic about their
And she tried to overtake me, but I stuck fat and I ran through the cones and made it to the end alongside the lady.
Yes.
Right? She came. This is the first time we'd seen her since.
Yeah.
Correct.
Since release.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since it all sort of hit the fan, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're all there, and this is the most recent session. Why did I vomit this time? What happened this time? We did the assault bike again.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we did the fucking assault bike.
This
is Saturdays again. So we're doing this like, we got to beat yourself. We went around twice. We did everything twice.
Week 6.
First time, and I was with Joey, so we're going around first time, and like we get whatever score, and then the second time round, you got to beat your score, right?
Nice. Yes.
At half time, I went outside for a bit of fresh air. I didn't vomit. I definitely could have, and I didn't want to like tack yak because, I've been doing that a lot when I'm sober on a Saturday morning at 8 a.m. And then, so I've stood out there for a while. Questions got asked by the rest of the group because all of a sudden you were by yourself.
Oh, yeah.
A few people were like, hey, where's
your mate going?
Yeah, where's Joe 2.0? And then Jared came out and fished me from the gutter and came back inside. Get in there. We continue to do the rest of the stuff. And I went pretty light to begin with just because I was like just trying to put my stomach back in. We get around, we do them all. And then we get to the very last one. And I've looked at Jared and gone, this is it. This is the last thing. And that's the assault bike.
The last hurrah.
My arch enemy once again. It's bloody Michael Jordan versus Charles Barkley. That's what we're looking at right now. And I'm not... Go.
This is a Stairmaster.
I'm not keen at all. And he goes, just smash it out. You've got 30 seconds. Was it 30 seconds? 45 seconds.
45 seconds.
To get as many as you can.
You got to beat what you got last time.
He's cheering, and I'm all for the encouragement. If no one was there, I don't think I would do any of it. But when I'm being like cheered on, big fan of that.
Yeah.
That's
Love
just
it. Loves a cheer squad.
So I've got him cheering for me. I've got Ben, yourself, Ben, who was on the other bike.
Yeah, also working out.
Which is fucking harder. He's hard enough in itself. And then he's turning to me going, go, Jake. Come on, Jake. You're killing it, man. You're killing it. I'm like, how are you talking and exercise? That's not the only time you should ever use your mouth when exercising is to vomit, is it not? Not to cheer on. Anyway, so that I really enjoyed the support. So much so that I absolutely squashed my previous score. Everyone's getting quite around it, if I say so myself. Everyone's going, fucking well done. Jake jumped off the bike. Ben Righty goes, mate, absolutely killing it. Jump off. Jared's stoked. Give him a huge high five. Didn't break stride. 2 steps. Swing that door open. Vomit like fuck. Directly outside the gym.
Nice.
And it's not even like... It's not me trying to vomit. It's just fucking liquid pithing out of my mouth, which is fucking delicious. And I vomited and vomited and vomited and vomited. Hadn't had breakfast. Like, I don't do breakfast. I'd had like a cup of water and some Panadol because my throat was already sore. Anyway, now I've just vomited like this acidic bullshit up. I know it's the end of the session, and I'm expecting the big roller door to come up.
Yes.
And everyone to be chanting my name. Unfortunately, that was not the case.
Because
And I went, and then I went and just lay on his front lawn, right?
Yes, sunbathe.
While I'm vomiting my guts up,
Nice.
and now I've made my way to Jared's front lawn.
Mm-hmm.
I hear the door shut, and then it clicks. Joe went after me.
Yes.
I hear pitter patter, pitter patter, pitter patter, and I immediately just cock my head to the left.
Here we go.
Joe is letting rip of one of the fastest vomits I've ever seen, but he hasn't stopped. He's done a classic uncoordinated Joe move, and he's vomiting and still running in the direction of the vomit.
Because I really wanted to get to the park.
So the vomit, as it's coming out of his mouth,
flashback.
he's running then directly into it, and it's like dribbling down his shirt. And he gets across to the park. I'm like, all of a sudden I've gone from wanting to kill myself to like, just hysterical laughter on the grass as I've basically just seen Joe like vomit hose on himself. Like it's the sprinkler, except it's come straight out of his mouth and then just blown straight back into his face.
We've all been there.
One of the great moments. Jared comes out, picks me up.
Nice.
And I said, man, this is becoming a little bit too regular, I reckon. The Mac Pack just being out here every Saturday Arvo, chucking up our guards.
Yep. And
he's like, oh, no, you boys are right, you boys are right. Calls out to you. Goes, come on, come back in. We've got one last thing to do.
Oh.
And I've gone, like, we as a group might.
3 of us.
Okay.
No, we as like Body Magic 8 a.m. session might. But I personally, I'm done. Like, that's it. It's all over. I might sit down and I'm going to sit this one out.
Yeah.
We walked back in there. Everyone's circled up, and I'm getting awfully familiar with the circling up that's going on. Generally, I'm in the middle of the circle, which...
the lose yourself beat.
All of a sudden, it's all about the Mac Pack.
Everybody from the Mac Pack.
And our arch enemy. And it's not the Stairmaster, and it's not the assault bike.
Worse.
It's the lovely lady who we mentioned in the first episode. We won't mention her name.
What did we call her?
I'm not sure. I think it's better we just unnamed.
Fair enough.
Jared's... Go on, you take the wheel.
So we get
in case I get in trouble.
We get in there, yeah. And Jared's... Everyone's... Some people were like sitting down at this point.
It's like they all knew it was going to happen.
Yeah, because they must have known. And Jared goes, I don't know how many of you guys are aware of this, but the boys have a podcast.
Nice. Good advertising. Thanks.
Yeah, bam. That's one new listener. And then he's like, and they told a little story about
the woman,
unnamed participant.
Yep.
Turned on the projector and played the clip.
Yeah, should have. And here it is.
And he's like, they told a story about Jake going on the run in the first week.
Yeah.
Classic.
And narrowly taking out the win.
Yeah.
And he goes, but it's the first time they've been back in a session.
Yeah.
Because Jared had told her about the story.
I told her to listen as well.
I told her to listen. And
he's doing some great promoting for us.
Good on him.
And her, well, she was listening to it. And then apparently her husband was like, are they talking about you?
Because we referred to her in a way, and it wasn't. I didn't think it was mean.
Oh.
I didn't think it was mean.
Okay.
Anyway,
We're getting cancelled.
no, we're not getting cancelled.
So a big vicious competition that Jake outlaid in the first Body Magic segment.
Yes.
And Jared's
another burpee session.
Nice.
Now, keep in mind, the last time I did burpees, I vomited quite publicly.
Yes.
In that very gym.
Nice.
Now Jared's gone, all right, we're going to do a burpee off.
Oh,
Now keep in mind.
This is week after the other.
Yeah. But only mere seconds after I've just let rip on my stomach and it was basically just like an outpouring of sweat sitting in his literal garden bed. Nice. And now I'm in there going, oh, and we're doing a fucking burpee competition, which I know full well brings up any amount of vomit I have in me. Unfortunately, on this occasion, for my stomach, there was nothing left.
And the worst thing is like when I'm on the bike at the end, like the very last thing before I threw up, it's like you're just thinking, all right,
Get
it's
this
Saturday morning.
Yeah.
I got 45 seconds.
And I'm out.
Then I'm done.
Yeah.
Then I don't have to fucking come back here.
Yeah.
No.
Until Monday.
Next thing you know, the whole crew circled up 8 miles practically playing in my head. I'm up against the lady and I'm up against Joe and it's Mac it's MacPack versus her.
Oh.
And we're gonna do a big burpee off, right?
Yeah.
I started slow. I started really slow, mainly because I was quite nervous about if I went too quick, it might become like a bit of a disaster zone. And like the burpees and the competition and any form of like negative vibe that was going on would quickly become a non-issue because it'd be quite a bit of vomit just everywhere in the gym.
So we get in there and he's like, all right, we're going to do 5 to start. And he's like, got to make sure
No, he just said 5. Which made me think.
Exactly.
Which made me
5
think.
burpees.
Yeah, which made.
5.
But like quickest, like it's a
He's
race.
Yeah.
Best, like good form, otherwise they don't count,
Yeah.
and quickest. So I feel like the first 5, I feel like I did all right.
Mm-hmm.
He was slow. I did him as well, and I was actually slow, but slow by choice. I was like, well, let's just. You can have the win. Like I've hurt your feelings or whatever I've done. Have the win. Let's all go home, stomachs intact. And then it just continued. It was just like, okay, that was the first heat. Like we shook a hand after the first one. I basically grabbed the keys and went home. And then he's like, okay, that's the first one done. And I was like, nah, that means that there's multiple.
It's a best of 7 series.
Oh, it actually was. And it just continued and continued and continued and continued. But as it continued, I realized that we were more and more in with a chance. And my competitive juices started to fuel as my stomach juices started to fall, which is a fantastic little concoction. Now, you fucking got subbed out for whatever reason. He basically just said, yeah, we're going to semi-finals. Joe, you're out. And I was like, well,
it was a true blessing.
I'll put my hand up. If we were just sitting on the bench, I was sitting on the bench. And then it was me versus the lady.
Yes.
And we went toe to toe. It was real tight.
It was
a draw. But your boy stuck. I won the last 2, maybe 3 in a row.
Oh.
I'm not here to boast, but that's exactly what happened. She even at the end, like she put up her hand, was like, "Nah, this bloke, he gets it.
This guy is a king of the gym."
Have a look at him. Look how young his bones are.
Because you're doing the patent Jake slam. As I call it.
Well, I don't have enough like structure in my knee to get down softly, so it was just like 2D down, 2D up.
We put the video
down.
on our story, right?
Yeah, we did.
You were also
that
like,
made me feel sick just watching. I wasn't even.
Oh,
in any
it
state.
must be
Just
so
watching it,
hard
it's
for
like,
you,
fuck
Riley.
that, bro.
the human
That was
body
pace.
shouldn't move like that.
You guys were going at pace, bro.
I wanted to win.
That was pace.
I wanted to win.
And what was crazy, like you were going at pace. She was like neck and neck.
Yeah,
like,
she was killing it.
Why is that such a big deal, though, right? just watch what you're saying, all right?
She doesn't know me.
Yeah.
The one thing that really burnt me was like we have this world-renowned podcast.
Oh yeah.
Didn't hear a single person say "Go MacPack."
No.
Her name was just getting like cheered and shouted. There was people with like bollards,
You
full
were the
signs.
antagonist.
It was just like it was rocking. We were the Detroit Pistons bad boys. No one wanted to see us win, and unfortunately, we had to rain on that parade. Not with vomit, which was
Nice.
ideal, but yeah.
With muscle.
All right, boys, it is Grand Final Eve at time of release.
The footy's on tomorrow.
Huge day on the AFL calendar. And my Christmas, my personalised little Christmas, in my opinion.
You got some cookies and milk left out, Big Gil?
Big Gil McGlock, he's done well to get to WA. He's done well to put the season on. I think we said this time last year as well. He's the man about town.
Look, it might just be a game of footy, but for Perth, it's history.
It is the game in Perth.
It is the game of footy.
And boy, oh boy, did we see that in full form when the tickets went out earlier in the week.
Me dead.
We all went on, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
Tried to snag a tick. Everyone at work tried to go on. None of us able to snag a tick. I think we had the highest number I saw in the line. I think
Lowest number or the highest?
the highest one. Well, when I got on, I was 66,000, and I
Yeah.
was like, well, that's gonna be pretty tough. pretty tough.
If
pretty
everyone
tough.
buys half a ticket, I could have a chance.
Pretty tough, especially because like you could buy 4. So realistically, once like more than 3,000 people,
Yeah,
it
you're
was
done.
it was over.
Imagine getting in instantly.
But it was such a bullshit system. I think they've come out and said it's a randomized thing because like I went on my phone and went on my computer at the exact same time, and there was like 25,000 people difference.
Yeah, I think the way they do it is you're in the queue and then you get randomized at 10 a.m. when it goes on sale.
Sick. That's what you want.
That's so unfair.
But
Some of the boys got like 130,000.
Fuck that.
Tough to get tickets when
Yeah,
you're.
I've set my alarm for 9:58 a.m. Click to get the queue, and I was 73rd. So I was beating them. When were they in the queue?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, on my laptop, I think it had 12,000.
Yeah, Joe was the
Yeah,
best. Joe was the best in the family, which was
What
quite
can I say?
quite incredible. Taylor was able to do quite well. She was very high up in the queue. She was so high up that I actually thought she was going to be able to get 4. So I was pretty
That would have been amazing.
What number did she have to start?
like 6,000.
Yeah.
So I was pretty excited about that. And then as it got closer, she's like, all right, I'm in. And I was like, oh my God, like this is incredible. You're actually going to get tickets.
We're on here.
I'm still at like 60,000 and you're in. And then she was like, I can't get 4. I can't get 3. I can't get 2. I can get 1 single ticket.
Yeah, everyone
so
I
that's
know.
fun.
Everyone I know
Yeah.
got 1. So does that mean there's just going to be 10,000 single people there?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Because
Yeah.
like realistically, I know like a handful of people who have managed to get tickets. I know one bloke who was able to get 2. So everyone else I know has managed to get 1 single seat,
It's so...
which makes me nervous because is it going to look terrible? No one's going to sit in those seats. I've obviously got mates who are there.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of people standing, and there's going to be a lot of people either in the wrong seats or just not in seats at all. So from a visual perspective,
It won't look full.
yeah, it's going to look like there's about 25,000 people there because no one's actually in a chair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if I was to go, I would meet up with the boys instead.
Exactly.
Who wants to watch the grand final by themselves?
Yeah.
I think we're in a pretty handy position if I do go. That surely everyone else will be standing. Everyone else will be standing. I can upgrade from sitting down the back to sitting the fucking
Front
front
rows.
row with just a random stranger, and then a couple of boys.
It's actually crazy that it's here.
Have you just noticed?
That it's happening.
It is indeed. Speaking of things that are happening, is Ben Cuz.
He's come back to
Yep.
life.
He's back on.
Fucking hell.
It's good to see. I think we made mention to him like a few months ago
Yeah.
when we were. What was that? Oh, that was when he went back to playing footy.
Yeah, he was playing local footy.
Yeah, he's looking really good, really
Yeah.
healthy, really up and about.
Yeah, he's looking strong.
It's good to see. He was at the Brownlow during the week,
that
which
was
was
huge.
fantastic. He looked very on.
He's doing collabs with Street X.
The Street X.
Yeah, he was with Danny Boy. Shout out to Street X and Danny for teeing up that shirt. The shirts look sick.
Oh, fucking oath, bro.
Look absolutely elite. And he was down at the local footy club where he was playing all those months ago.
Yeah.
He's doing a lot of like public appearances. I was saying to the boys yesterday, I think this is I think he's turned a leaf. I think he's definitely on the up now.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't be in the public eye as much as you are unless you were in a position where you're like, no, I got this.
Yeah, like feeling confident in himself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and knowing that he's not going to like see this weird backslide and be like, okay, well, whoopsies. Because you're you're in the public eye too much at that point. It's just
That
like,
people would notice.
yeah.
Yeah, especially if you're associating yourself with brands such as Street X, you know?
Yeah. That collab's been going around for ages. Like I saw it when it was first in chats months ago. So fantastic to see it come all the way through.
Yeah,
I think he
good
was
timing.
I think he was pretty. I think.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
think that was by accident. Really, I think they were well aware of when the grand final was going to be. You little pindick. Other things that were going on. What have we got? The poll itself.
Huge.
Who do you think's going to win?
I went the D's.
By how much?
Um,
Quick predictions. Here we go. Prediction from you.
D's by... What did I put? I put it on the gym. There's a little thing in our gym. I think I went D's by 17.
Nice. You?
Doggies by 22.
Wow. Okay. I'm going to say D's. I think they'll get it done by quite a bit. I'm going to say 27.
Bang.
It'll probably blow out a little bit later. Who takes out the Norm Smith?
I went Lukey Jackson. Gotta have faith in my young boy.
Big call.
Oof.
I like that. Local lad. Joe?
Yeah, I think the Bont will win it. He came close to winning the Brownlow.
He did.
He's going to redeem himself.
And Sarong, kick goal of the year, like we said.
Yeah, we called it
That
the
was
time.
sick.
Well, man.
That game, when we we both stood up and we hugged each other, that was so cute.
No, I've never
We
seen this man.
embraced each other.
I've never seen you guys hug.
I've never seen this man in my life. We had a whole people. I'm just quickly going to go D's 27 and Truck.
Ooh.
Petruck
Oh, yeah,
Petruck
you
will
called
win.
that.
I
Yep.
just said that ages ago.
Yep.
I'm just going to quickly read out a whole heap. Okay, so quickly we just did a big vote over the weekend to see who people thought were going to win. We had 58% of people say the Demons and 42% of the people say the Dogs, which is quite a lot. I feel like that's a lot more Doggies support than I thought there was going to be.
Good.
Now,
Here we go.
I'm going to read out everyone's Norm Smith medal votes, and if you
Jesus.
if you got it, you win absolutely nothing. But if you're listening, you get a little bit of pride. Ryan Bohr said Max gone. Sophie Jones said Oliver or Petrarca. Brendan Tan said Max gone. Jacob Goff said number 21,
Goffy.
which is Tommy Liv.
Plenty to come from Goffy later on in the episode.
Maddie Stacey said Luke Jackson. Max Ticino said Ashley Samphy. I like that. That's a great call. Do you know who Ashley Samphy is?
Not
I
a
don't-
flipping
I don't know
crow.
who most of these people are.
I reckon Cousins is going to win the round.
Sam Ryan said Ben Cousins. Tom Lowry said Bontempelli.
Perfect timing.
Ed Langdon was by Max Linley. Gary Haddad said Gary Ablett.
Yep.
Edmund Hillary said I don't follow footy, so
Good.
me.
Nice.
Kozai reckons Liberatore. Deep Feelers reckons Petrarch. Matt Barham reckons Petrarch. Benny Wright reckons Trelaw. We love a good footy story.
Bang.
Mitchy boy,
Big-
my favourite. He said Bailey Smith.
Mitchie.
Emma Bedston, is that her name?
Benson.
Said Bontempelli.
the Bont.
Alex Lembeke
Oh,
said Big Max.
Gorney. Yeah, as if none of us have said Gorney yet.
No, he's not winning it. Ellie Duval said Bailey Smith.
Yep.
And Courtney Martin said Bontempelli or Clayton Oliver. So use that when you're fucking putting a punt on this weekend.
Huge. And Ellie Duval might be an Eli Duval. Not too sure.
Okay, the more you know.
Huge.
Big stuff, boys.
Huge.
Big
Why
stuff.
don't you reckon Gorney's going to win? He had an absolute rip snorter in the prelim.
And that's why. It's the Mason Cox. It's the Mason Cox story. Max
Oh,
gone.
okay.
Max gone is a cheap man's, is poor man's Mason Cox. It was funny, just quickly before we finish things up, with the ticketing system. Now, the Waffle Grand Final is on the following week.
Nice.
So get down. Enjoy that. It's at Optus Stadium. It would be good fun.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. I'm keen to go.
Nice.
Unfortunately, some people were accidentally very, very keen to go because during that whole ticket debacle, there were a handful of people that I know, I won't name them for embarrassment purposes. They went on, got tickets really easy to the grand final,
Oh,
got
good on
off.
them.
And I'm like,
Easy.
fuck, this is so simple.
What's everyone
What's
complaining
everyone
about?
bitching about? And they'll be going to the grand final for the Waffle in 2 weeks' time. So enjoy that. Enjoy that a lot.
Silly.
All right, boys. Little bit of MacPack admin here. Over the last couple of weeks, we've had a fair few messages, comments, conversations with punters of Perth
Yep.
who have made mention to the MacPack podcast password.
Yes.
The old password.
Now, we made mention to it in, I think, season 1 and then maybe very early days in season 2.
Yep.
This is episode 52 of the MacPack podcast. So we're well and truly getting more and more established at this. And people are beginning to listen in, and they may not have necessarily listened to earlier episodes, correct, Rose?
Episode 23 was the last time we mentioned it, I believe.
Wow, okay. So fair enough. We're going to let you know of what the MacPack password is. Basically, that is your differentiation between just general punters who go, oh, boys, love your podcast, and haven't listened to a fucking minute. Props to them. They know how to they know how to do conversations, but they're liars. So we want to reward our actual fans by letting them know what our podcast password
There's
is.
nothing better when someone comes up to you and say, boys, that podcast you've got, it's exceptional.
And that is exactly what the podcast password is. The podcast password is...
Exceptional.
So when you send us a DM, when you leave us a review, or when you talk to us in the flesh, make sure that you make mention to the fact that this podcast is
Exceptional.
and we will understand that you're a true listener.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of potentially true listeners, is the great man Body Magic himself. Now,
Oh.
he frequently tells us that he listens to the podcast,
Yes.
and we wonder if he listens to the bits that he's spoken about,
Oh.
or if he listens to the whole damn product. Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, because he clearly does listen.
Oh, he
'cause
clearly
obviously-
listens because we get punished every week we go there and he goes, you said this, you said that, you said this, you said that, and now you're going to fucking vomit in my bushes again.
But, you know, we have a clearly defined little Body Magic segment. It's
Yeah.
easy to skip to because
Yeah.
you've got the songs on either
Yeah.
end.
Yep.
Of course.
and we frame it out like you know at what stage it's going to happen.
Yeah.
We're talking about yakking for 90% of it.
So today is a little bit of a test in itself, and you're all you usual listeners, all your regular listeners, are well and truly a part of this little inside job.
We're creating a little secret password just for Jared.
Oh, are we doing our own one?
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
Okay, have you got one planned?
Let's think of one on the spot. 3, 2, 1.
Salmonella,
Okay, salmonella is the podcast password.
which is kind of alludes
just
to
for
the time
Jared.
where Jake got the salmonella and lost 5 kilos.
Yeah,
a couple years
it's
back?
basically the same body magic treatment that I've received in regards to weight loss. So this is a message for Jared. We'll update you guys next week on the podcast whether or not he listens to the whole thing.
So if he talks about it and he comes up to you and say, boys, that podcast is salmonella.
I think he'll just say, "I fucking listened to it." Why would you say
I,
that?
I think it's going to be a full blown thing, especially now that this little admin thing's gone for 3 minutes. So yes, if you are a punter, exceptional. If you're Jared, let us know you think this podcast is salmonella. All right, boys, we've got a bit of an exciting one up our sleeves at the moment. Now, obviously, it's grand final weekend.
Yes, how exciting.
And tickets absolutely via Ticketmaster during the week for the general admission public.
Bloody
Yeah, where
oath.
they sell out in like 9 minutes.
Yeah, it tends to be the case. Very tough to get your hands on a ticket, but we know a handful of people who are able to utilise both Melbourne and Western Bulldogs membership barcodes
Yep.
to get early access on Monday and on Tuesday.
Must be nice.
It must be very, very nice. And on this occasion, it is one of your friends
Jacob,
who was able to source a Bulldogs membership
the dirty devil.
and go and sneak himself a ticket via his dad's friend.
Yeah, his dad's mate.
Basically, today we're going to give him a quick call on behalf of the Western Bulldogs Football Club
Here we go.
and let him know that what he's done is a little bit frowned upon as a Bulldogs member. And we're going to revoke his ticket from him. What are we? A handful of days away from the grand final.
4 days out from the big game.
Let's see how he reacts.
Here we go.
Hi.
Hello, is that Jacob?
Yeah.
Oh, you're a hard man to catch, Jacob. How are you, mate?
Good, how you going?
Good, thank you. Mate, my name's Adam Johnson from the Western Bulldogs Football Club.
Yeah.
We're just doing a bit of a phone around at the moment for those who are lucky enough to get tickets to the grand final over the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
It's a very exciting time for the club, as you could imagine.
Yeah, it is.
It's just been brought to our attention that unfortunately a large number of the 6,000 Western Bulldogs WA members were unable to get tickets. So we've just had a bit of a task on our hands over the next couple of days to work out who has legitimate tickets versus some of the automated tickets that have been purchased.
Okay.
Obviously, as you could imagine, this isn't in the spirit of the Western Bulldogs at all. A lot of these automated tickets have been done, as you could imagine, they just use these bot systems and they go and select a heap of tickets and they just chuck them up on Gumtree or on eBay or whatnot. It's not really in the spirit at all. So we just thought we'd give you a ring, Jacob, and check out if we can work out basically the legitimacy of your ticket. So we'll just ask you a handful of questions as we go through, just to make sure that you are a real fan and obviously you haven't used the bot system. But I have no doubt that you wouldn't have used the bot system yourself. Mate, can you just confirm the name of the person whose barcode you were able to use?
Is this a joke?
Pardon?
Is this a joke?
No, not at all, Jacob. This is a very serious conversation, mate. Obviously, sorry to be calling you at such a late hour of the day, mate. But as you can imagine, we've got a whole list of people to get through before Saturday, so it's all hands on deck down here at headquarters.
Yeah, right.
Would you mind just giving us the barcode, basically just the name of the barcode number that was used?
Tom Liberatore.
Oh, that's good from you, Jacob. That's good from you. Did you actually have even just a first name just to confirm that we have the correct barcode on your system?
I'll have to find that out for you, mate.
Okay, no worries. That's fine, mate. If you don't mind, while I've got you on the line, I'll just ask you a handful of questions just to gauge your loyalty to the Bulldogs.
Sure.
Yeah, that's fine. Mate, the first question we have, these are just pretty simple questions. The first one is, if you could just name just one of the Bulldogs players, like your favourite player would be ideal.
Wait, can you repeat that? I didn't hear that one.
Just your favourite Bulldogs player, Jacob, just to gauge your legitimacy.
Like all time or current?
Current would be ideal, but if you can go all time, that'd be fantastic.
I'd go the Bond.
Good call. That is the second question. Who is the name and number of the captain of the team? Obviously, you're a bit of a fan yourself.
Number 4.
Yep, perfect. Mate, the last question we have now, this one's just to sort of gauge your interaction over the last month in particular. Can you just confirm who we were able to beat in the preliminary final a couple of weeks ago?
Mm-hmm.
So which team would that be?
Wait, repeat that. Sorry, I didn't hear that one.
Oh, you just to confirm that the team that the Bulldogs were able to beat in the preliminary final a couple of weeks ago.
Brisbane Lions.
Are you sure about that one?
Which one's the team? The week?
Yeah, the most
last week or the week before?
just the most recent game. Yeah, the preliminary final.
Brisbane Lions.
All right, 2 out of 3 is not bad, Jacob. It was actually Port Adelaide.
Oh, it was 2.
Yeah, no, that's all right, mate. That's all right.
Yeah.
That's fine. We do have one additional question, just for those who maybe stumbled on one of the hurdles. Would you mind? I hate to do this to you, mate. Would you know just like the first line of the song?
Do I know the first line of the song?
Yeah, of the Bulldogs theme song.
No.
No. Okay, that's okay. I'll just mark that one down. Just give me 1 second. Okay, perfect. And you weren't able to confirm the barcode that was used?
I don't have my ticket.
You don't have a ticket?
I do, but it's not on there.
Oh, okay, that's all right. Did you purchase the ticket yourself on Ticketmaster?
I did.
Yeah. It's just that on our system, the name isn't matching the barcode number and your Ticketmaster account. It's not an issue for you.
Shame.
It's not an issue for you at all. We were just wanting to confirm the name that you were able to use.
So what name did I use?
What name did you use? So it's obviously under your Ticketmaster account. We can't actually provide you with the information of the ticket, just in regards to the security of the system. So like obviously those bots don't necessarily know whose ticket they've been able to use. So we just need confirmation of the first name of the barcode you're able to use.
I don't know if I want to give you that.
No, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. In this instance, if you're unable to prove the barcode number, we are in a little bit of a predicament.
And how's that?
It just comes down to the security of all things, and basically the legitimacy of the membership itself. So as I mentioned off the top, there's been some stuff with the automated systems. So if you were just able to confirm that the first name, we'd be happy to just see you through here, mate.
I'm going to be honest, I don't know who you are, so I don't know if I'll be giving you the details to my ticket.
No, that's fair enough, mate. I mentioned off the top, my name is Adam Johnson from the Western Bulldogs Football Club.
Yeah.
No, that's fine at all. If the things don't match, and that seems to be the issue at the moment, is the Ticketmaster name and the barcode number isn't matching. So that's fine. You're in the complete clear here, mate. It does pain me to say that we'll be giving you a full refund over the next 10 to 15 business days for that ticket. Obviously, that ticket won't be valid until you can prove basically it was you that went on and purchased. Either via giving us the name of the barcode number that you're able to use. That's basically it at this point in time. You're welcome to reach out over email over the next couple of days. But at this stage, we are in a position where we'll have to give you a full refund of your ticket. And that'll come through Ticketmaster in the next 10 to 15 days. Obviously, as I mentioned previously, you won't be able to use the ticket that you've purchased unless you can give us confirmation of the barcode number and namely the name that's associated with that barcode number.
So you want me to give you the barcode number and the name on my ticket?
Either or, yeah, just the barcode number or the actual name of the ticket.
Not happening.
Okay, no, that's fine. We'll be following up in the next handful of days, obviously, with a bit of a confirmation letter, just to sort of run you through the process. I understand it's not really a flash situation that we're in, and By golly, I'm not stoked that I've been the one that's been handed this task myself. But that's okay, mate. So just to confirm, we'll be able to provide you with a full refund of your ticket. So you're in no way in any form of issue, no trouble whatsoever. We'll give you that full refund. But yeah, it does pain me to say that your ticket won't be valid come Saturday. Did you have
It won't be valid for the game.
Yeah, that's correct. Just until you're able to give us either a call or an email just to confirm that the surname and then either the first name or obviously the barcode number that was used.
Wait, repeat that, sorry?
So either the barcode number that was used for your ticket or the first and
So
last.
you want the barcode for my ticket?
Yeah, the barcode that was used for the membership. Because you got the Bulldogs membership, is that correct?
So you want the barcode for the membership?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, not at me.
Okay, no worries.
Goffy, mate, we've got you. We've absolutely got you on the MacPack podcast, mate.
I fucking knew that. That's your
Goffy, mate.
that's your brother, isn't it?
Yeah.
I thought that was your brother.
You're a tough man to get to, bro.
How are you,
Fucking
Jacob?
Fuck. How you going?
I'm good, thank you,
You
mate.
were not, by any chance, risking your chance.
You were
to give up
good.
the
That was
fucking
really
number.
good, man.
You're the-
Sick
I thought you were trying to scam my fucking ticket.
Yeah, it's good that you've got a watchful eye. You weren't giving that ticket up for anything. It was really an honourable display.
I
there.
paid an arm and a leg for that ticket. I'm not giving you the barcode.
Fucking hell, Goffy,
Oh
mate.
my, you're a good man. I honestly thought that was going to be much easier than it was. You really,
A brick wall.
you made me fucking work, man. Jesus Christ.
Was that Joe? That was Joe.
Jake,
No,
it was Jake.
Jake, oh, you sound the same, bro.
Fucking hell.
Oh, you got me.
Oh,
How'd
man.
you get my number?
Who was it?
Ryan Cosmo actually gave it to me, mate.
Oh, the dog.
Mate, and we tried you on private numbers. We've given you about 6 rings. By the time, mate, I thought we were going to have to pack up and go home.
Yeah.
Goffy, mate, who do you reckon's going to win on the weekend? Who are you backing?
The mighty Bulldogs, mate.
Oh,
The
Good,
no.
mighty
man.
fucking Bulldogs.
The Tom Liberatore special by all reports.
Liver's getting best on.
It's handy that he gave you his ticket.
Yeah, exactly.
Love your work, Goffy.
Mate, thank you so much for
Thanks
being
for
a
playing.
good sport, man, and enjoy the weekend.
Thanks, mate. You too.
Go the doggies. See you, mate.
Goffy. Love your work.
Yeah.
What a jet.
Fucking hell.
That was one of the hardest, most painstaking things
He
I have
definitely
ever
thought
done.
you were a scammer.
Yeah, I don't
fair
think
enough.
he never thought I was from the Bulldogs, but he 100% thought that I was just going to nab his ticket.
Yeah, like he was playing along. And then when he said the Liberatore bit,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, he's trying to fuck around here. Like,
Yeah, I think he understood that it was definitely someone a little bit higher up, but not necessarily someone of like a certified official
yeah, definitely.
setup.
Yeah, he was good though.
He was very
A
good.
good sport.
A great sport. A great
Yeah,
sport.
we love that from you, Goffy, mate.
Hope he enjoys the weekend.
Yeah.
Alrighty, boys, it's time for one of my favourite segments on the MacPack podcast. It's time for our Riley's Rave Reviews.
Boys.
Welcome back to the Rave Reviews. It's been a little while since you've done a
Yes.
Rave review.
Had a few weekends off.
Why? You've been doing a 6-week challenge as well?
Actually, did I? I can't really remember. But I went to. I didn't go this weekend. Went the weekend before. But
Okay.
this was the episode we had Ricky on.
Yep.
We talked about rave reviews. Probably went for 2 hours instead. But we went to Rapture.
Riley's Rave Rapture Reviews.
I can honestly say I've never been. Wouldn't even know that's in the city. It's in Northbridge.
Yeah, somewhere like.
I've only been there once. It was after a big work wow.
Nice.
And one of the mates was dancing too hard at the Universal Bar D floor,
Mhm.
and he was promptly asked to leave the venue.
What via his dance because you danced too hard?
Yeah,
Too
they just
hard.
said that you seemed too drunk, which I don't know. It was probably true.
Yeah, true.
So we-
Fake name? Can we get a fake name that
That
starts with the same letter?
Mark, but it's not the actual Mark.
That doesn't help at all.
Plot twist.
I think you know
Anyway,
him.
so we pull up into German, and so I pull up, and I'm got a what drink do I have this week? I have a
in your little bottle.
yeah. I was drinking double blacks that night. They go hard. Did my first shotgun with Big Ed.
Hell yeah!
Didn't go well. Yeah, but I asked big man who was hosting the prees, Tanner. I was like, brother, you got some juice for me? And he was like, oh, I do got some juice. And he brought me back out a pop top.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
It's been a while since I had a pop top.
What a time to be alive. And I put the apple juice pop top in the 40 as
Yep.
Wait, In actual body or in your double vibe?
No, I had a bit of extra
Right,
money
right,
for the you know how it is. And we were making our way to Rapture, and if you've been to Rapture before, there's like a little cutout right next to where Rapture is for the smoker area, but it's like outside of the club.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we walked in there, and like one of the seckies like kind of like looked around the corner just like see what we were doing, because we like kind of like made a sharp turn in there.
Yeah.
And so we pretended that we were on the phone. I pretended I was on the phone before I went in.
Yeah.
Classic. And me and Eddie did the deed back there, and then
What's the deed?
What's the deed?
drinking the
Okay,
illegal
yeah.
juices
okay.
before we go in, and then
Who knows what you and Eddie are doing?
anyway we're in line, and I was like, Big Ed has been there before. I was like, how much is entry? Free.
Oh, you love to see it.
Very nice. A poor man's club. Anyway, we get in, and it's free, which is cool. Also, bit of a vibe. I walk in, and the boys are like, it's 10:59, by the way. Kozo runs up to me. He's like, bro, $7 vodka Red Bulls until 11. Go, go, go. So I run to the bar with Kozo. Not run, but make my way. And I get there, and it's 11 o'clock on the dot.
Tight.
Then I don't get served for a little bit.
Nice.
It's 11:02 on the dot.
Oof.
I don't get served for a little bit more.
Mhm.
It's 11:03 on the dot.
Ah, it's over.
And
at
I
this
get
point.
served, and I'm like, how much are vodka Rebels? And she goes, $7. What a legend.
Nice.
A legend of the game. And one of my mates got served like 10 minutes after. Still $7.
Hell
Ah,
yeah.
So they're just
Yeah.
blatantly lying.
don't care.
Yeah, cool.
Great time to be alive. And we headed over to the dance floor after that. We vibed out for a little bit. Music, I'll start off with.
Yep. So Riley, just for those playing along at home, Riley ranks the 4 main attributing elements of any location that he goes into.
Yep.
Those being
People, atmosphere, music, and toilets.
correct.
I'll actually start with people, because first
think they're on a hot
impression,
run at the start.
first impression of the club.
It was good.
Yeah, good staff. A lot of the seckies also knew a lot of the people in the club, so they were on the dance floor as well, vibing out.
The security
from
guards were
time to time.
dancing.
Yeah. One of them
Interesting.
was.
But
One
you-
of them was.
okay.
Okay.
Wait, is he bold?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
And then
Carry on.
there was also, you know how like people do like the put someone on your shoulders job?
Yeah, classic.
I don't know if it was because a girl was on a guy's shoulders that she didn't get kicked out, but this guy just like was just like, oh, get down, and didn't kick her out. And I was like, I mean, cool guy.
Nice.
Good stuff.
Did you
But
jump on Eddie's shoulders? Try the same feat?
Eddie jumped on mine.
Jesus.
Nah, big Ed. Yeah, but the staff were cool, but at Rapture, a lot of eshays.
Yep.
Yeah.
A lot of eshays.
So happens when you get that free entry and
Esh-
$7 vodka Red Bulls.
Yeah, eshay fucking central, bro. I was, would not want to go there with
And
less
it's
than
interesting
10
because
mates.
Jay, you know a lot of Riley's friends.
Yeah.
How do you describe them?
They're pretty close to Eshays in my opinion. Yeah. So I think you would fit in just fine.
Yeah, but nah. Little bit of stab central.
Oh,
Bit-
nice,
Bit
nice,
more
nice,
than
nice.
Metros. No
Calories out.
no stabs that night. So people, look, that's the thing. I've heard a lot of stories about Rapture. Not good. Not good at all. Especially the people. Not good at all. But
So
when
why did you go there? What made you think this will be a family friendly
it was just,
event?
no, it was just like we didn't want to go court because courts do.
Yep.
Didn't want to go Metros. We were dressed like Eshays so we can go butterfly. That's pretty much
Slim
all-
pickings, eh?
Yeah, bloody oath. And then yeah, so people. I've heard there's a lot of fights at Rapture as well. No fights while we were there. Everyone was pretty groovy. Everyone was having a good time. One of
love
the
to see it.
photographers was wearing like clean Jordans and like walking around the club, and I was like, that's dangerous. Like, don't
He's not going to get taxed.
yeah, but don't
you
wreck
can
the
just take a
J's.
photo. You can just take a photo of the person who's going to tax.
No,
his
it
shoes.
means
Don't
dirty
him
club
up, bro.
4.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know. Anyway, so people, from things I've heard, but from what I experienced, it's my rave review. Look,
Yeah, fuck them.
people are getting an 8. Solid.
not bad.
Out of
Solid.
5. We normally do it out of 5.
Solid. I also saw one of
We
my.
do it out of 5.
Oh,
We do out of 10.
yeah, getting a 4. No, it's out. It's usually
out
out
of
of 5.
All right.
Yeah.
So 8 would be fucking high.
good, yeah.
So they're getting a 4.
Okay.
They're getting a 4. I also saw an old basketball mate. Should I say it? I want to say it on the air, but I want to tell you who
Okay.
it was. Should I tell you after, or should I tell you now?
No, tell me after.
Okay. Good stuff.
Good chat. Good
radio.
radio right there.
Music.
Radio craft.
Music. So yeah, pretty basic stuff. Just your classics. But they were playing some like good bangers. But the one song that did pop off the most, the DJ knew his audience. He knew that there were Eshays in the club. No song like, you know how like songs at Metro is like,
James Blunt, you're beautiful.
You know, how, like songs like pop off at like metros or
Yeah.
court or somewhere. Like
Yeah.
it'll just go ham because you know, like
Yeah,
that's the
you know
audience.
they're gonna fucking love
Ed
this shit.
Sheeran, Gay Away Girl.
Yeah, yeah.
Go away, girl. Yeah,
Go
I
away,
fucking
girl.
love that.
Anyway, but Dior Pop Smoke came on.
Ugh,
A Central.
Jake doesn't
It's
know
the-
it.
I
That'd
don't,
be
should do
I
your
don't know this
song.
song.
When
Is
it
that
rains, it
Missy? Is that
pours.
Missy Higgins? Or
No,
okay.
but oh my gosh, that popped off, bro. Everyone
Hell
was doing the
yeah.
Eshe dances and shit. Oh,
the Eshe dance. Is
And
that
for-
like a Fortnite dance?
for that reason, music's getting a solid 3 out of
'Cause
5.
they played
Okay.
one Pop Smoke song.
Nice.
Yeah, the Pop Smoke song popped flipping.
Any
off.
Hip-hop
James Blunt?
smoke.
Any James Blunt?
No.
Rob
James
Thomas?
Bond. No, nothing.
Pete Murray.
No, mate. No.
Okay.
Atmosphere.
1 out of 5.
What I really liked about Rapture. Have you been?
No,
Cool.
because there wasn't enough Pete Murray. It's
Cool little vibe up the back. 2 pool tables.
Oh, that's
that's
fucking
cool.
dangerous.
Yeah, with sticks just on the table.
It's the key component of pool. You can't just play with your hands.
Bit of jousting going on back there.
Was there actually?
No.
Okay.
Potential.
You don't go to many clubs. Or you don't go to any clubs now that there's pool tables.
Chip pool. Oh, there used to be.
Left Bank has one, but they move it when it gets like anything close to busy. I don't know where they put it. On the roof? Don't know.
Yeah, like OBH pool table.
Yeah, true.
It's pretty dangerous because those balls could do some damage as well.
Yeah, well, that's why people don't have them anymore, because people just pick up the balls and then use the sticks, and they're not used for the pool balls.
No.
Yeah, anyway, but you also have to pay 4 to play. Like you have to pay like few bucks.
$4.
4? Is it
No.
$4?
I thought
Oh.
you said you had to pay 4 to
You
play.
have to pay a few bucks.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, that was a bit
That's
spewing.
fine.
So, but cool. It adds to the cool vibe. So that'll cop a solid 3.
That's part of the
Yeah,
atmosphere.
Oh no, 4. Atmos is copping a 4.
Because they had 2 pool tables.
Yeah, I
Not
mean,
bad.
exactly. Radio toilets.
Yeah, here we go. How many toilets were there? More toilets than pool tables?
1.
There's more chance you
One
play
toilet.
pool than there is to take a piss
There
in the
was
toilet.
an upstairs section, but it was closed off, which I don't understand why. Like, I don't think it's ever open. It's just there if they ever want to open it one day. But anyway, and so the toilet downstairs, yeah, it was nice. It was pretty nice. Like, there was no piss on the floor. Like, there's a bit going on in there, but like 4 cubicles, big like wall
Just leave
for
that to your imagination.
big wall for pissing. It was a pretty stock standard toilet. One of the doors didn't have a lock on it.
How many? You just said there was one
Spewing.
toilet.
No, like one toilet,
Oh.
but multiple cubicles.
4 cubicles.
Oh, okay.
One of the
That's
cubicles.
a good amount.
One of the cubicles did not have a lock, so that was a bit annoying because that was the one I walked into. But you live and you learn. You don't go back to that one. But yeah, toilets 3. It was because at one point when we were there early, like it was empty, so like it was alright. But then at one point it was like 12 o'clock. I was like pumping, and I was like, "Fuck, I really need to piss." So me and Cosmo went in, but then it was like too busy. Like we opened the door and it was like a line.
Too
So
many
like,
lads in there.
Yeah, we're like, not happening. Like I don't want to squeeze past all these eshos to try and piss. You know, it's not happening.
Not what you want.
So we left. So toilet's getting around to 3. So what does that make it?
I don't know. Have you been writing any of these
I
things
haven't
down?
been writing these down because I've been the one talking, Jamie.
So we had people, you gave it a 4. Atmos, you gave it a 4 because it had 2 pool tables.
Nice.
Music, you gave it a 3 because they played that one Pop Smoke song.
Banger.
And then the bathrooms, what did we decide on? 4?
3.
3.
3.
So that makes it
14 out of 20.
Let me do the math,
That's
which
not
is
great.
7 out of 10.
Yeah, that's not. No,
That's what.
okay.
I mean, they're probably able to get that scored, you know.
That's okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty. Oh wait, also like the dance floor. It's a bit of a weird situation going on. Like there's like 2 levels. Like there's like the basic dance floor, and then it goes up a level, and then there's like a tiny dance floor where you could probably fit like 20
Ooh.
people, and then the DJ booth. Very personal. You could punch the DJ, which is like probably not a good idea.
With
For a
that
club
with
full
that
of
demographic.
Yeah, like at like metros and like the court, they have like the huge like
Yeah.
you're like
DJ's the same.
yeah, exactly. Like there's not much going on. But yeah, that was dangerous. But yeah, and we tried to go upstairs at one point. A lot of eshos just standing there, just not dancing, just standing there, just
Staunching.
Yeah, it is
Just being
funny.
Eshos.
It is funny, like going to the club. Like a lot of Eshos do go, but like
why
they don't
are you
want to
there?
dance.
Yeah, why are you there,
Why do
though?
they even go? Just act tough and start fights.
Yeah, just get their Jackson Coke and think they're cool.
All right, boys, that brings us to nearly the end of the MacPack podcast. But it wouldn't be a MacPack podcast if we didn't award our Everyday Hero.
Who is it this week?
Now, this week goes to the fourth member, the actual official fourth member of the MacPack himself,
Yes.
Mr. Blue Collar Dog.
Mr. Blue Collar Dogs, Mitch Nicholas.
Mitch Nicholas.
Absolute legend. As a lot of the viewers probably have seen by now, we had Mitch whipped up a short film for us.
Yeah, when you say
really is a short.
whipped up, it was like a long process,
Yes.
and it was fucking elite.
Shit was a movie. I remember he messaged me straight away as he finished the
Nan video?
The Nan video. And was like, let's do something for the 50th episode. He was like, let's do it. Like, let's do something big. He was like, I'll put some ideas down in a Google Docs. You boys
Pick one.
look at them, write some ideas of your own, workshop it a bit, see how you like it. I walked into the lounge after he wrote it, and I read it out to you boys, and you were like, "Fuck,
Sold.
that's funny."
We
Let's do it.
didn't even want to really add our own because what he'd come up with was too good.
Yeah.
Mitch approached us early last year. I think it was on the podcast. You were like, "Yeah, my mate makes animation." Remember?
No, Cade.
Oh,
Cade said, tell us about the man behind the Blue Collar Dogs.
Yeah.
I don't think we actually said that on the potty, but you asked me about it after.
I had
'cause
no
you
idea.
Had no idea what it
Yeah, I
was.
was like,
And
what's
then we
that mean?
watched some of
And
his
then I
stuff.
showed you his old.
Yeah,
stuff.
and then within a couple of weeks, we got in contact and was like, "Brother,
Let's do it.
yeah, let's do
For
some."
those of you who
do
don't
some
know,
collabs.
those watching on YouTube, the little animation of us falling into the chairs. That's all
Mitch.
Mitch.
Legend.
All the animated stuff that we've ever done is from Mitch at the Blue Collar Dogs.
And then he fully
And his
wrote.
older brothers? Yeah, two older
Yeah,
brothers.
yeah. He's mainly, his two older brothers.
Yeah.
He wrote the script, and I remember we read the script, and I did a sneaky video of us reading it, and we were giggling along, and I sent it to him, and I said, "Brother, sick. Let's do it. We'll do let's do the voices." Sent him the voices. Got Mum in the studio.
Yeah,
we
Mum did a
recorded
voiceover.
did
We
our
had
voice
Craigsy
acting.
do a voiceover. Cody did a voiceover.
Yeah, and then sent it to Mitch, and Mitch whipped it up, and then put it out to the masses.
20 minutes of pure MacPack comedy
Fucking
in
hell.
cartoon
If
form.
you haven't seen it already, fuck, it's a movie.
Yeah, head
It's
to-
really good.
Head to our YouTube page. All of Mitch's videos that he's done for us. He's done one about the story about Nan and the vomit,
Yep.
which was a personal favourite of mine.
Wendy, the everyday
The
hero.
one before that was Wendy from McDonald's Livingston. Shout out to Wendy. I haven't seen her since. Have you?
Nah, I think she was like
A one-hit wonder.
yeah, no, I haven't seen it.
I hope she didn't lose her job for how she reacted.
Maybe the taking orders wasn't for her.
Yeah, maybe she's flipping patties out.
A hot take. And then obviously we've had this massive, because those ones were like what, five minutes thereabouts.
Yeah,
Yeah, this was like
This
19.
was a mammoth 19.5 minute
so good.
episode of the MacPack podcast. So make sure you do go check it out. Mitchie's an absolute king.
Yep.
He didn't necessarily have to do any of this, but fuck, man, it's beyond valuable. We get such a kick out of watching it come to life. Like
And it was
these bullshit stories that we tell. And
Also,
on this occasion, the one that he has created himself
yeah.
and has cast us is absolutely second to none. So props to you, Mitchie boy.
At my 18th birthday party, Joe was telling me that him and Mitch were having fat chats, and Mitch was like, "This is what I want to do for the 50th episode special," and it was exactly what
we were in the kitchen, and he was like telling me scenes. Like there's that one scene where I defused the bomb and stuff, and like he already had it, and he told me exactly
Yeah,
what
what
was
was gonna happen.
And this was days after the Nan video. Like we'd released the Nan video like 2-3 days before,
Yeah.
and he was already on to the next. So I'm excited to see what else he wants to add and what brand new ideas he can come up
'Cause
with.
he's only
'cause
getting better and better with his
was
his first up was
incredible.
amazing, but even now,
yeah,
the improvement is insane.
he's killing it.
Our voice acting.
It was
Second
probably
to none.
I reckon our voice
yeah,
acting
it's
was
definitely the worst part.
was
the
the
worst.
one weakness that came from the video
Yeah.
itself. The rest was
Legit.
absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
So,
we love you,
Mitchie,
Mitch.
thank you so much for being a part of the MacPack podcast, mate. You're definitely adding a lot more talent, skill, and prowess than we have to this point and probably ever will. So, massive props to you indeed, my man. Mitchie
From the Blue Collar
from the
Dogs.
Blue Collar Dogs is episode 52's Everyday Hero. All right, boys, that actually brings us to the end of episode 52 of the MacPack podcast, the grand final special.
Yes.
We discussed a whole heap of footy stuff. We pranked the great man Jacob
Goffy.
Goff. He took it extraordinarily well.
sport.
Yeah, he wasn't going to give me his ticket
On
any-
Finagent.
at any point in time. My favorite part of the whole thing was when he like blatantly just butchered the prelim game. That's when I had him up against the ropes, I thought, but he was never going to let me know the name of the ticket.
Yeah,
I would've-
I messaged him after. I said, like, thanks for being a good sport. And he was like, there was no chance. I thought some fucking random fucking flog was just trying to grab
Yeah.
your ticket, and he was playing along a little bit for a little bit.
His Tom Liberatore gear was fucking funny. I didn't know how to quite react to that, but nah, he was one for the edge. I don't think I've met Jacob.
There you go.
But I'm very keen to meet him, have a beer with him, and talk about Tom Liberatore and the grand final.
And
that's
how the
happening
D's won.
And the grand final is happening in a
Tomorrow.
handful of games.
Oh yeah.
Boys, enjoy the weekend. Enjoy grand final. It's my favourite day of the year. So
Oh,
I might be at the game. I might not. It's really up for grabs. As I mentioned before, we have one ticket. So unless we can get another ticket,
You got to take a lonesome selfie of you sitting alone in your seat at the footy.
me and Goffy arguing about whose tickets it is. Boys, it's been an absolute pleasure to sit alongside the two of you for 52 weeks
It
of
always
the
is.
MacBack podcast, but most particularly this one.
Thanks, Jay.
Yeah, I'm really starting to feel a little bit more comfortable around you guys after 52 episodes. Boys, it's been an absolute pleasure, honour and privilege. Until we do it all again this time next week. Stay safe, stay blessed, and always remember to
Go give your mama a hug.
ciao for now, but not forever.